As if I told you, all right, Proverbs, every time you rotate, you're going to wait till 5 seconds on the clock and then you're going to go. It's like you're like following a script. He, from what I'm watching, is he's a follower. I'm on you. You need to tell him, like, if you write anything down, this is something major to write down, is be your own person, be your own player. I need you to be your own player. That's what I would tell him. Today, we're going to be VOD reviewing all of my viewers' games in the Ceice Thesis Discord. We've got 79 people in here right now, and it'll probably go up as we go. But I've had the people in this Discord send over clips pretty much as I could get. Like anybody and everybody that's sending me clips or VOD or game to watch, I'm watching. So I know I had a lot of people in the past ask like, hey, how can I have you watch my game? This is the time. There's not a schedule that's out there that's like, you know, I'm going to do this every Monday at this time. But if you're in the Discord, you have the announcements channels, notifications on, then you'll easily see when we do this next. So we'll switch this over. We're already live, already in the channel, in the Discord. Like I said, we got 80 people in here, which is nuts. But let's get into it. We've got some clips here. You guys can see at the top of the screen. We've got 4 videos right now, and then more people are uploading as we go. I'm gonna unmute so we can chat with the homies. All right, yo, recording's live. If you guys want to say what's good, you can say what's good. But we're gonna get into it right now. Let me take a sip. Okay, what's good? What's good? Oh, BD's in here. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, let's go. So, little game 1, little 50-second clip here. We'll see what we can learn from this. You guys can hear audio, right? I want to make sure. All right, bet. Let's go. All right. Hey, you know what? We're gonna break this down. We're gonna talk about some of this stuff. Let me launch my Fortnite because I need to actually be able to. Let me open my Epic Games real quick. There's I mean, obviously, right? That's not like a stacked finals lobby. There's not like major strategies to learn there, but it's mostly mechanics and fighting, which I know that a lot of you guys have asked for tips on that, and so I'm gonna give that to you. I think just out of the gate, off my brain, right, is pre-firing, like there's none of that, and things look sloppy and uncontrolled, and I'll try to explain how they can be more controlled. And like you were kind of panicking around, like you guys are seeing this part right here where he's like, you know, he's fighting, oh, he gets the floor, oh no, I'm running back. Like obviously he's not gonna walk back, like it makes sense for him to run back, but here, and then like you have to know when you have a right hand peek or when he has the right hand peek, right? But here was opportunity to get a pre-fire pretty simply, right? Like right there, right? Boom, you hit him for 60. Boom, pump him, whatever. And you hit an edit, which is fine. You go up here. I just think so. I'm gonna switch my screen share to Fortnite real quick, but I just think that there's a couple things you can do. Let me switch to my game here. Let me hop into a little creative map. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's just loud. Let me switch this. Boom. Okay, now everyone can see it. Give me a second to load in. It's basic stuff though. Like I'm sure, you know, we're watching that and it's nothing. There's no major flaws there. But I'm going to explain some small things that I think can help you. And even like practicing these things. And it is a little hard to explain because when you're talking about fighting, it's like, you got to be there in the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you have to be there in the moment and you also have to kind of learn this a little bit on your own. But I'm going to show you kind of like things you can do to practice, like getting in better situations there. Okay, so number 1, right? Let's say we'll kind of recreate the scenario here. Let's see. Let me think how it was. It was like it was like this, and then you know you had the wall here, or whatever, and his box, right? Whatever. Okay. And then we had this, wasn't here. Boom, boom, and it was like that, something like this, right? And then you had these two pieces before. All right, boom. This is pretty much a scenario, right? Like the vault was here or whatever. Okay, so like first of all, when you're coming up here, right? What I like to do always, like number one, is if I'm box fighting somebody, okay? Like if let's say there's a tree right here, or there's a like something, especially something that's gonna obstruct you. Like you can't go around this tree. If there's a tree, if there's a big tree right in this wall, you know it's gonna be hard to go to the right because it's gonna make you go super slow on the way out or whatever. Especially like a stair, right? Like playing off of a stair is just like not. Look at your FOV is all different here, right? So number one thing, break the stair, okay? Like break the stair, and you did that later on. Break the stair, and then boom, that helps you have a way smoother. You're not rushing to get back and playing weird angles and stuff like that. Like it's way more fluent if you can break the things around you. That'll provide a lot of consistency for you. And then the next thing would be like, let's say we have a stair here. Boom. The next thing that would be, and it's not hard to practice, but it's just speed, and it's like reactionary. It's a little reactionary, and it's a little bit of like IQ and how you can like bait them out. But there was moments where you were like, you're kind of like this, and then you were here, and then it's just, there's a lot of slowness with like smacking on the wall and like being aggressive. And even when you had the stair broken, I'll go back and show the clip so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about after I show this like visual. But like after you're smacking the wall, or when you break the stair, you're slow to damage the walls and like put pressure back on him. Like there was this moment where it was like, I don't even know, it was like this or something like that. Some angle. It was like this, I think. And like you were like this. And it was just like, it's just clunky. Like it doesn't need to be like this, right? So just practice, right? Simple, super simple stuff. Practice like spraying a wall, putting piece, right? Like doing this type of thing where you're just spraying, but you're damaging as you move. And so like in this scenario, right, it would have been as simple as you're just quick on your feet is like best way I can describe it, right? You're quick on your feet. You're over here, you're like this. You're spraying, okay? You're holding your thing. You know, reset, edit, reset, boom, play an angle, right? You see him over here. You can do this, like those type of things. Using his positioning to your advantage is super important, right? Coming over here, maybe you're down here like this. Maybe you're literally shooting it like this. Angles are super important. I think at the core, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more and like talking myself through it, at the core, I think, is it Dom? Let's see. Yeah, Dom. I think at the core, Dom, your peeking is lacking major because you aren't comfortable making these peaks, right? Like you're not comfortable putting pressure on the walls. You don't know really what angle. Like you don't want to do this. You know this is bad, right? Like you're not trying to do that. But your speed and pressure is rough because your angles, you're unsure about your angles. And then it's a super apparent when like he comes down the stairs here, right? Oh, hello. He comes down the stairs here, okay? And like you miss the pre-fire, you don't hit the shot, which is fine. But then your peak is like this. Like your peak is boom, instead of maybe this, and you're spraying the stair out. Or maybe it's a safer peak on on a peanut butter. Maybe it's even this. Like maybe it's this. Like there's a lot of options, but at the core, that's what I'm saying. Like your ability to pressure somebody is more complicated than it needs to be because your peaks are not as well practiced. And so there's a lot of peak training maps out there. Like really none of them are bad to play, but yeah, peaks like that right there would change your entire thing. Like it would make it a lot smoother. You'd be aggressing these fights a lot easier, all that. So we'll go back to the clip here. I know some of you guys maybe expect like the most high in depth, like how to take high ground. Like I give those tips, and we're gonna do that. But I'm more than happy, and I really want you guys to show like love and support to Dom for even doing this. Like this takes courage to show his own clip and to want to learn. Like right, so it doesn't matter, right? You could show me a clip of you dying, and I'm still gonna talk about it. Like it's not that big of a deal. This is a group session, right? We're all one together. So thank you, Dom. I appreciate that clip. Definitely, like, I hope that I helped you kind of get a little change of mind here. Of course, like we'll watch the clip through and talk about it. I'll point out what I'm talking about, but here, right? So just like we talked about point number 1, you're playing on an uneven surface, right? Your surface, you're playing on a stair. Like this is a no-no. This never happens. This will never ever, should never ever happen. Okay, that's 1. Number 2, you missed the pre-fire, which is like whatever, not that big a deal. 3, your peak, right? You're clearly like that guy probably could have hit you back too. So your you know, your peak is really bad, and that's at the core, like I said. And then here, right, more of your peak stuff. You're kind of just like you're unsure of how to take a peek or what peek you want. I know this is like not a bad peek, but your pressure and your quickness needs to be faster, right? Like this isn't a bad example of a peek, right? Like you kind of do all this, you set up, you take your time. Like, you know, we're watching you be patient here, and this is fine. Like you can be slow and patient. You can have slow mechanics, but then your IQ lacks when you edit. Like this is fine, right? Like smacking this wall and like resetting quickly to like bait him out or do something like that. But then, right, watching this. And then this is when I can tell that like you're lacking the conscious decision to make, you know, to carefully take peeks. And then here, like, I think that's in general, fighting IQ is a issue of yours. It's not an issue, but it's something you need to actually like take put deep thought in. And I think peak control is a part of fighting IQ, like understanding what angles people have when you peek and all that. And so here you're just seeing another fighting IQ, just like you're either really flustered and you're trying to get the fight over with, or you don't care and, you know, it's just ranked to you, or like I don't know what your motive of doing this is, but obviously it's a rushed, like it's a creative habit that you're just doing in the game, and it doesn't work. Like when you play peak maps and you start to realize that that peak back there could have been better, right? And then this is clearly not a peak. Like this is a 50-50, right? Like play peak maps, and I promise you will see that the AI on the peak map will damage you every time right here, and then you'll know that's a bad choice to do that, right? There's better ways to still damage this guy, still full box this guy without him even hitting you. That's the goal. So I know we just went on a 11-minute rant for a 50-second clip, but that's what it's all about. So okay, yeah, I mean there's a lot of things, right? He could have ramped, or he could have just not gone down, or like there's some stuff. So some notes from BD, which I appreciate you taking notes here, BD. Pre-fires, important to take pressure off when you're getting keyed. Yep, exactly. Try to minimize weird angles in fights, replace objects. That's super important. Like that right there could have changed the fight and made it a lot like less panicky, right? When you guys talk about how do I get less nervous in fights, how do I be like those things, making your that also let me switch to my thing. Like I will preach this forever, but let me switch to this. You guys see my game, right? Oh no, you can't. Let me switch to this that way. Okay, so look, when you're in game and you're fighting somebody and you're constantly seeing yourself get panicked or like pressured when you're getting keyed or when you're low HP, it's probably because like just like that guy, right? Just like how he was fighting off of a stair that's like this, right? Now we all know this is like bad, right? If I'm sure some of you guys knew this already, but it's fine, right? We're learning together. It's the same thing with like when you're tarping, right? Let's say I'm 1 HP and I'm tarping and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, and you know I'm doing this, and then I'm stopping, and then now I'm healing. It's like now my space is just horrible, right? Now it's this. It's just like stairs everywhere. It's like that's why it's way smoother, right? That's why when I tell you to build a snail, I don't tell you to build a snail like this and do stairs like that. That's, you see what I'm saying? Like, so that's the same example there. If he breaks this and makes it a cone, right? It's infinitely easier to do whatever he wants to do. So that's why when I tell you to build a snail, you're doing cones. You guys get what I'm saying? So things like that can be like that changes your fights a lot. That makes everything seem a little bit less stressful, makes like, you know, all of that more consistency. Take good peeks while pressuring. Yeah, I mean peak training is the simplest way you can say it. Just peak training. Hey, sounds good, brother. Good luck. Peak clip. Yeah, there's a great map I think he's linking, but those are options. There's a ton out there, right? I'm gonna also work on developing my own peak training map. I think that like some of them are not the greatest, so I'm gonna work on making a great map that we can like I can use as reference, and you guys can easy. You guys can learn easier. What am I saying? More easily. Think deeply when you play. Yeah, like think conscious when you think, like when you play, and that's literally. I'm mostly talking about like peaking. You're conscious about your peaks. You know this is a bad peak. This is a good peak. This is a bad peak. Like you're just conscious about every edit you make. This one, bad peak, good peak, window. This, you know, all the way over here, like this window, great, right? You still like you got to be conscious about what you're doing. So instead of coming down here and double edit and just in his face and, you know, just trying to maximize the speed, you don't need to do all that. You can just be conscious about what you're doing, hit a double edit and box like that, and you know, boom. Like those things are not hard. It's just that you just need to change your mindset from like, how many triple 90s can I fucking do? How many triple edits to the max height can I do? Like that's not Fortnite anymore. Like no one, that's not beneficial. No one cares. Like no one cares that you can edit your cone and do this. Like this is like, you know, I'm slow as heck, but god, but you know what I'm saying. Like this doesn't matter. So, alrighty, cool. Update my Discord. Oh my god, I should. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about that, I think that's fairly simple. I think I covered a lot. But what's up, Super Mo? Good to see you in here. Does anyone know if your mic automatically muted? Yeah, it is. So Dom, what I can do, what I'm gonna do is, this is the plan here. I think you're in this call. I'm gonna bring Dom up. I think we're gonna try this. And then we're gonna chat with Dom, and Dom can kind of like, he can voice, and that way, like, you know, you guys share a clip. It's like we're VOD reviewing together. I really should have brought him up at the start. So my apologies. This is the first time we're doing it, but I do really want to do this that way. You know, everyone gets to hear what Mr. Icebird sounds like, or Shipski. We get to, you know, we get to talk to each other. Is Dom even in here? Dom might not be in here. How do I see? There we go. Yo. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, hello.
Yo.
Yo.
What's good? Yeah. So, what do you have to comment on any of that? Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think that, like, you know, I'm viewing it the wrong way? What's your opinion on, like, on that situation?
Okay, so the double edit thing. How do I come back at it again? Cause like, I've seen like a bunch of pros just like get in the box and it like works perfectly.
So okay,
so, like,
yeah, that makes sense. Let me answer that. So, I'll just do it like this. So okay, you're seeing a bunch of pros do it. It works for them, right? Why can it work for me? One, actually multiple things. So they're conscious of either they've read the player that they're fighting, right? So like, I'm sure people in here are this. I'm gonna describe people in this Discord, right? You are the type of person to insta edit, or you're the type of person to edit and run at them. You are the type of person to sit on your wall and hold your wall the entire time. You know, you're the type of person to not have a stare in the box, like, right? Like, or you're the person to be super protected and be like this. Like, there's people, like, we all have different styles, right? So when you're saying like the pro player that you're talking about does this, or multiple pro players do this, and they read the player. You get me what I'm saying? Like, the player that you were fighting, you didn't necessarily read, which you don't have to always read the player, but it is good, right? It's good to do that. Like, so if if the player is clearly slower than you, or you think you can like catch him off guard, right? Then go ahead, do it. But I don't think you have the time to read the player. So there's that. That's number one. Number two, a lot of these players that you're watching do these things, they are like, no disrespect, but they're even to me, they are a lot faster than me and you, right? Like I'm talking like Clicks and Cooper, like I'm talking Peterbot and those guys, like Vino, like they are infinitely faster at doing this and getting out. Like, you know, like you did this, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you could have got out, and that's fine. Like, it takes time. Peterbot and Vino and all these guys, they didn't just start getting in and being, you know, amazing. It takes time. So you process these things. So that, and then two, like you might see it work. You might see it work, but like not right away. Like you might see them do this and kill the guy, or you might see them, you know, do this and then fight him and then come out the box and, you know, do something like this and still kill him, right? Quickly, right? But they also are conscious, right, of what they're doing and how they can, like, what pieces they have to escape, right? And even me, I'm not even saying that, I'm not saying that they're on a different level and I'm the, like, I know what I'm doing. Obviously I'm competing at a top level, but so when I say that, I mean, like, you know, let's just use this as an example. Oh shit. Like, this player gets this wall and this, right? Okay, like, let's say you're about to do it again. You go here, you double edit, boom. You thought you pieced, but you got this. He has the cone, right? Pro players and quick-minded, conscious-minded, like people who understand peaks and angles and what the speed they have, they can get in and out and be fine, and it didn't even change anything, right? Or they hit him 100 and they got out. It's things like that, right? But you're just in, and you have no game plan. You have no secondary plan. You don't even know, like, if you could edit your cone. Like, you probably could have edited your cone there at the very end, or You know, like it's those things that are making your success rate of doing double edits like that so much lower. I forget there was one more question or like something I was gonna say, but yeah, man, you need to play like actually play like a peak training map a ton, because you'll play it and the AI, you should put it on like the hardest mode. Okay, don't play easy mode, play super hard, and you'll play it and you'll realize that if you do a peak, even like this, like the AI, you know, let's say I move a little bit, right? The AI's in this box, okay, and then my head's this. You know, me and you might box fight. I might make this peak, and you might hit me for 30. You might hit me for 0. You might miss because my head is still kind of small, right? Like the AI will hit you. The harder AI will hit you every single time. So you'll know that's bad. Like I'll say like in fucking baby terms, like no, don't do that again. So you come here, you know, you try it again. You'll come here and you'll be here, and you'll find the exact pixel, or you know, the exact roundabout area of what wins good. So same thing with like any peak, right? Like you'll come here and you'll make this peak on the AI and it'll hit you, and you'll know that's a bad peak. So next time I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna crouch, you know, then I'll edit, or I'll come here and I'll crouch behind this and then I'll edit. It's like that, those conscious decisions right there is what will make that whole entire game right there easier, right? Your conscious decision is like, okay, if I do this, will the AI hit me right now? Yes. If I jump in the box like you did, right? Will he hit me? Yes. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is how you like build that conscious mind, and that's how you really improve your fighting IQ. That's like the most basic way to explain it. Like, you just need to play peak maps, and those peak maps, you'll realize like that you need to play a little differently. Like, you can't just double edit and run in. You might need to double edit and, you know, put piece here, and then maybe, you know, who knows, maybe you play like this and put a wall. I don't know. Like, it's not that deep, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you need to, your peaks, your fighting, like your thought process of the angles that they have versus the angles you have will be dramatically changed in a quick amount of time by playing maps like that, peak maps.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know if you have any more questions, but I can go on to the next clip. I think I mean, that was a 21-minute explanation of a 5-second clip, so I'm happy about it. I'm glad you were a part of it.
All right, well, appreciate it, man.
For sure, dude. Yeah. Alrighty. Let me, boom. All right. That was the first time we did that. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Good? I saw a couple people, like, not saying it's like, you guys can be toxic if you really want. I don't think it's like super disrespectful. Like, obviously if you're bullying somebody, that's like not okay. But like, I think that even me, I didn't expect to learn or to explain 20 minutes. I thought it was going to be, you know, 50-second clip, 5 minutes. Like, I'm glad we went in detail. I think that like a lot of your guys' questions maybe didn't get answered by that guy's gameplay, but like alone. But because I went in detail, because I brought him up, I think that we learned a lot. Like right there, I think that was really good. So, okay. Let's keep going. Okay, we've got that. Thank you again, Dom. Goat. Yeah, I got you. Let me see. Are you next? Bluzz is next. Are you Bluzz, is that you? Okay. That's you? Yeah, what's your question? How should I approach? You just gotta kind of cold turkey it, dude. There's no like, you can't go in between setting. Peak with ramp. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I mean, you can't really, there's no in between, like, you can't just like turn it on and feel like, you just gotta go back, like switch, man. That's all it is. Guys, I really do want to answer every single one of your questions, like really, really bad. Like it hurts me to not, but I want to do the rest of these VODs. I think I want to have a Q&A time at the end of each one and after. I'll show the right hand peak, Daniel, because I think this is important for you guys to see. You guys can see my screen, right? Okay, cool. I know you guys can't hear game sound, but it's not that deep. So I think he's talking about the right hand peak when you're in a box. Like, imagine there's a player on the other side of this box, like right here. Okay. The right hand peak is just as simple as this type of peak. You're doing this. It just takes a little bit of time to, like, you know, jump on the side or like find this like exact movement and editing, right? Versus the left hand peak. Like, obviously you don't want to do this because you don't want an angle. I think that's what you're talking about, but anyways, let's go on to the clips. Let's keep moving. Alrighty. We've got Wait, yeah, this is what's it called, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was like trying to find your name. I was blanking on your name. My bad. This looks like, was this ranked or yeah, probably ranked. You guys, oh my goodness, the boom. Let's go back a bit. Let me switch to my Unreal ranked. Got you. Okay. All right, Unreal ranks. We're gonna probably go over a lot in this game. I'm excited. All right, let me start something real quick. Dropping is rough. Your dropping is rough. So, positive things you've done so far. The angle, right? Angle. I can't stress improving your guys' drops enough. Like, this will change. This genuinely will help you. Like, I can't put a stat on it, but I would make a promise that like 10 times better. Like, your off spawns will be 10 times more consistent. You're gonna win 10 times more. You'll get better loot 10 times more. Like, you'll be dominating. You'll be dying off spawn way less. Like, all of this is all based off of the way you jump out of the bus before you even touch the ground. That matters a ton when it comes to winning more consistently off spawn. Okay, so great thing you did right there. The angle you jumped out of the bus, I think, was superb. It was very, very good. I would do an angle similar to this. I'm not saying it was exactly perfect. I also think that you maybe jumped out a little early, right? Because you can see that you're a little to the right of it. So I think you could have waited a little bit. And like, that's the things that matter, right? Imagine I'm dropping here and I drop, 2 seconds after you. I'm going to beat you by those 2 seconds. It is Unreal ranked, so it's not like it's the world's biggest deal, but we're going to still pick out everything we can. So you're dropping in, right? Normally it's best to prepare like your marker for the drop while you're in the lobby. So you're not doing this right now, but yeah. And then here, when you're swerving, like you're going to the right now, and now you're kind of going right. Like it's there you're going to the right again. It's like now you're going down. It's like all that is the reason why these guys to the right of you are ahead of you. That's the reason why they're ahead of you. That's why you'll probably see here when we land. Like, you might have the best drop. It's possible. But those things it's got to be more planned out. Like, it can't be a little to the right, a little to the left. Like, you jump out at the same time. You hit the marker at the same time. You glide to the marker at the same time. The same way, sorry. You glide to the marker the same way. You pull your glider in the same spot. You're not looking around. You're like keeping in a straight line. That will help a ton, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Mastering your drops. I might honestly make an entire video, like this is a very new Discord, right? Like we're a new community here, but I do want to make like, I get a lot of questions like how to get a better drop, how to get better mechanics, how to get a better fighting IQ, like general things I do want to make like videos for. So, and I'll update them as like we improve as we go, because like I know we're gonna be. I'm sure dropping will be different 5 years from now as it'll be now, So as we, box fighting is different every year. Everyone gets better. But I do want to make generalized videos. That way I can just show you guys the videos and you can watch them. I don't care if they're unlisted or like just uploaded in this Discord or whatever. Anyways, you're on con, it looks like, so it's fine. You're just looting, landing, like no big deal. It's all pretty chill. Skip ahead here. Chilling, like you're getting your ideal loadout. You're getting your mats. That's all it is. I will say, my opinion on ranked. I don't think that you guys have to go by exactly what I say, like it's the Bible, but in my opinion, you should be using ranked to practice like getting different like fighting scenarios. Like you're fighting, like remember just a second ago I was talking about like reading the player, right? You know how many different people we go against every single day in ranked or pubs, or like it's a million. It's like, it feels like millions, probably. It's a lot. It's thousands of players, different play styles, thousands of different play styles. thousands of different, like, you know, versus you 1v1ing your friend at the same time 50 times. It's like that guy's got the same play style. So I say this all to kind of go back to the thought of use ranked for fighting practice and to IQ practice. You're reading those play styles as fast as you can every time, and eventually you'll get better and better and better at it. I also think that ranked can get super frustrating and super demotivating, and like when you put a label on it that like I need to be Unreal, you know, I'm not going to earn the season if I'm not Unreal. You know, all the pros are Unreal. Like it's not even that. Like there's, and I, you know, maybe I'm speaking out of my ass right now. Maybe you guys are thinking the same way I think, but I'm thinking that some of you guys maybe do put a label on ranked, so I'm gonna say it. But yeah, you don't have to put a label on ranked. There's no need to be Unreal. It means nothing. Like it genuinely means nothing. The lobbies you get in Diamond versus Elite versus Champion are the same thing that as Unreal. It's the same. So putting like, you know, oh, I lost 50% elo today, I played so bad, like does not matter. Like I don't even think I'm in Unreal yet because I just don't take it, like I don't care. I'm just practicing fighting. Like I'm just going in and fighting different players every single game. I'm practicing fighting their play style and reading them as quick as I can. So when you don't put a label on it, you do a lot of things happens when you don't care. When you have the don't care mentality, you do better and you improve faster. Like you do better in the game and you improve faster. For example, I think we've maybe all experienced this. You know, last game of the Cash Cup, you just tried playing all 5 of your games. You've got 6 games total, right? You just played all 5 of your games. You tried your hardest, you know, you focused as much as you could. In the last game, you're like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm keying this game. 9 times out of 10, that's the best game of your entire tournament, or that's the best game of the entire week. Like that happens a lot. Like for solos, my mentality for solo victory cups is I don't care. I'm going to use them for fighting practice. I don't care about playing heal off to get to the end to, you know, 50-50 with 5 people and risk whoever has more medkits. Like that's not going to help me, you know, in the long run. I know what where I need to improve, you know? So, yeah, like you don't have to overvalue ranked. You can play more aggressive, and it's really good to do that. So looting is fine. Like you can play ranked safe too. It's not that big of a deal, but you're not going to you're not improving, and you're investing more time and energy into these games. And so like, you're going to feel more demotivated when you die. Like if you die right now, if you get headshot sniped, like, damn, you just did 6 minutes and you literally practiced nothing. Like there's nothing, because you know how to loot. Everyone knows how to open a chest and how to farm mats and, you know, how to sprint and swim across water. Like that's like when we first started playing, we were practicing those things. Like that's genuinely what we used pubs for, practicing how to move around the map. So you just wasted 7 minutes of, you know, of your time. And now of course, like we're going deeper in here and you have 0 kills, which is fine. You get 2 here. So if you died to these guys, you would have wasted 7 minutes and 30 seconds of your time. And then here, we'll play this, like, this fight out, or this scenario. Right? Like, this guy's, like, what did you gain off of that? And I'm not trying to be negative and be like, yo, like, this is stupid. Don't send me this footage. Like, I'm just being genuine. Like, and I think you'll agree. There's nothing. You looted for 7 minutes and 23 seconds to get a snipe shot kill that is satisfying. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to hit that. Like, it's fun. Like it's, you know, you're funny to that guy because it's funny to snipe somebody. But there's nothing. That didn't help you. That didn't get you better at fighting. That didn't even do anything. Not even for your aim. That's not even helpful to hit that shot. Like, that was a close range shot. So challenge yourself. I say that. Challenge yourself. Now here we go. Now you're actually fighting, right? Let's see it. But you don't have to wait 7 minutes to do this. You don't have to do that. You can wait. You could do it in 4 minutes. You could still land at your spot. I want you to still land at your spot that you land in competitive. I want you to loot up your spot. I want you to kill everybody off spawn at your spot. But you don't have to, like, you know, after you loot your spot, after you kill the guys there, go straight to, like, the hot spots. Go to, like, where everyone's fighting in the middle of the map, or, like, where the mythics are. Like, they're trackable, so you can easily chase them down. So now you're looting. Oh, you get a kill here. Let's see. That was a crazy shot. That was a valid shot, I won't lie. But if anything, that was just like you getting caught off guard. You're so focused on not playing to get better. You're just looting, and you should genuinely just play pubs at that point. Like, if you want to practice picking up guns and looting bodies, like, you can kill anybody in pubs. Go play pubs. This guy shockwaves. Also, just a side note, like you should always be building when you're looting a body. Like you come here, right? You go find this loot. You want to go get what this guy has. Build around it always. That's a big habit that needs to change for you personally. Like you got to build on this loot. Even just doesn't have to be over all of this space here. Just one box. Because that guy could have killed you, right? And then again, if that guy kills you, all you did that game was loot for 8 minutes and get one headshot sniped, which you basically did nothing. You all you did was commit time, and in your head mentally, like it's gonna add up. At least for me, like if I looted up for 8 minutes every single game and I just died, I got headshot sniped 80 times in a row, I would be off the game in a heartbeat. Like I would not want to play because it's just wasting my time. Same thing with this. I actually really like, I like when you play stealthy. Like I think playing ranked to be kind of like cringe, and the fact that you're like sneaking behind somebody and seeing, you know, how quiet you can be and like practicing those type of things. It's good, but don't be too scared to get in the action. You know, now it's like, now you want both these kills. That should be your mindset. Like, let's go. I mean, yeah, there's better ways to kill somebody, right? There's just faster, quicker ways. Like challenge yourself. You're genuinely like, maybe this is a challenge to sit above somebody and spray them, but it's respectfully, it's not. Like anybody can sit from any distance and spray away. So yeah, you really got to challenge yourself if you want to improve playing ranked, and that's why I always suggest to not play ranked. I think that's like if you really think about it. I don't know how good a lot of you guys are at fighting and all this. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't know how well versed you guys are in Fortnite. Like, I don't know how many earnings you guys have. I think that's a great way to show, like, you know, who's really good and who's really not. But I think a lot of us will agree that ranked is not as beneficial as creative is. Like, you're gonna get a lot better by sitting above somebody in creative, because that guy is gonna also have the balls to go fight you. Right? He's not gonna sit down there and be scared. Like, as long as you're fighting a good player. Like your competition in arena and ranked is not good versus your competition in creative is a lot better. That's how you should look at it. Right, you're not challenging yourself. Like, go take the fight. Go take the fight. Go get this guy. That's all you, dude. No one else is gonna third party you. Go get it. It's that he runs away, and then now you're playing cat and mouse, and it's like, that's so boring. I don't know the kills here. What were the kills? Let me think. You got one of the box kills, right? The guy boxed over you. You got a headshot snipe. Where was your third kill? You killed this guy? Let's see. So, I mean, I think that was nothing that was beneficial, right? Like, you played above him, you pumped him. Like, that's those are good mechanics to have. Like you're smooth with it. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm looking to see if there's moments where you challenge yourself, because it doesn't look like you're pushing the limits, you know. And that's, like I said, that's what you got to do in ranked. You have to fight to challenge yourself, because the lobbies aren't all pros. And like, to credit to you, like, I mean, dude, you do have very solid mechanics. Like, it's not like you're not building and you're like sitting like I would say, and I don't think this is like that outworldly or otherworldly, but you are like, you know, boxing and then building, like you're pre-firing and then building right away and then editing right away and boxing yourself. Like, this is all like the core is here. And like, even that fight where you killed that last guy, like I saw you drop on the wall, spray in, put a floor, edit the floor, pump him. And like, you didn't miss the shot. You weren't all over the place. Like, your fighting is good. right? You're gonna damage here. You know, you're going for good peaks. Like this is all really, really good. You're conscious about the angles you're taking. I don't know if it just ends here, but and then what? He headshot snipes you or what? Yeah, he headshot snipes you. So in 14 minutes, and that's like pretty BS, right? Like that's like it's so yeah. In 14 minutes, you quite literally. You didn't improve at all. And so imagine you do the entire day of this, right? Like another 14 minutes, another 14 minutes. By the end of the day, you've played 3 hours of ranked. And if you look back at the games, and this is my opinion, right? I think you might like everyone in here might think this is the craziest arena gameplay of all time, right? Like I'm not trying to say that like there's no hope for you or any of that. Like that's not at all. I'm trying to be as positive as I possibly can. But yeah, man, like you add up the times, right? And you'll come to a realization that, wow, I just did 3 hours of ranked and I got a total of 7 kills, and 6 out of 7 of those kills were headshot snipes. And the 1 kill I got was me box diving. Okay. I got, 7 kills and I didn't really learn anything. I didn't really get better. I didn't challenge myself. So mastering drops. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely one thing we picked up right away is mastering the drops. Dropping pubs with lots of practice. Use ranked as fighting. Yeah, use ranked as fighting. Don't care. Don't worry about your rank. Your rank does not matter. Your elo does not matter. It does not matter. It really does not matter at all. I don't think any of us. I don't think any of us care about other people's ranks in here. I would hope not, because again, it really does not show skill at all. Like if you guys care about rank, like I said, I'm champion or something. I don't even know. I'm like champion whatever. Like. If you think I'm worse because you're Unreal, that's power to you, It doesn't matter. So yeah, like don't worry about ranked as much, just use it as practice, right? Getting different opponents, getting those 1,000 opponents a day type of vibe. Yep, treating it like ranked, like realistic. Yeah, improve on weaknesses. Exactly. Exactly. Challenge yourself more often. Don't waste time in ranked. Yeah, exactly. Less improvement, bad for mentality. Yeah, it is, right? Because that's ultimately, I won't say ultimately, but that's probably why some of you guys are in here. Like, I'm gonna join the Ceice Thesis Discord. Ceice is gonna help me because I've been playing for 6 months and I haven't not got that much better. I've been playing 6 months and I haven't got my first earnings, or I've been playing 6 months and I haven't qualified yet. Like, it's less improvement is bad for mentality. Like your mentality of like you haven't improved, maybe, and I think we all have. Like, there's no way in 6 months you haven't gotten even 1% better. So you have improved, but it's not fast enough, and that's why I work with a coach sometimes. That's why you guys are working with me. Like that's why we're in here. So you want to improve better. Yeah, these notes. Monsoon, this is exactly how I expect you guys to all be taking notes on your own. Like if you're VOD viewing by yourself, you and your teammate, like I don't have to be here and you'll take notes like this. These are very well done and not hard at all. Like this is literally almost word for word for what I'm saying. He's just bullet pointing things I'm saying. So definitely Monsoon is the GOAT for that. Isn't ranked the best and most realistic way to improve in game fighting? No. No, because the quality of players you're fighting is much lower than what you would fight in creative. That's why. Like it's Ceice, ask yourself the question is, wouldn't you say, Ceice, that playing pubs or playing like bot lobbies, like actual bot lobbies, you make a fresh account, is that not better for fighting? No, right? You would say no. You would agree with that. Is playing pubs versus ranked, which one's better for fighting? You'd probably would automatically say ranked. I would agree with you. For comparing the two, ranked is better. But if you're asking about the best way to improve fighting, it's going to be creative maps. It's going to be creative. It's going to be 1v1s, box fights, zone wars, mechanics maps, aim maps. Like that is how you're going to improve. How many hours a day do you think is optimal, or is it more mental? It's dependent on how much you're doing in a day. Like if you, Oshko, if you are doing homework for an hour and then you're washing the dishes for an hour and then you're going to play basketball or you're going to do a sporting activity for 2 hours and then you are going to go out to eat with your family for an hour, and like all that is your mental is like slowly draining down. So when you're talking about like what's optimal, it's kind of based around your day and how you can make your day more optimal to make your time spent on Fortnite more optimal. Like 2019 Ceice would play for 13 hours a day because that was all I was doing. So my optimal day was actually just playing Fortnite for that amount of time. But my optimal day now is I can improve, I can practice, I can compete, I can play at the top level for way less time than that because I'm actually optimal with my time. I'm actually conscious of when I have 3 hours, I'm taking full advantage of it, right? Like I'm when I have 5 hours, I'm taking full advantage of it. I don't just play to play. I don't play to play like this. I don't play to play 14 minutes and then not improve or not learn a lot, not challenge yourself. I'm definitely improving faster now. You don't have to play 13 hours. It's about being efficient in the time you put in. This is not efficient. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not efficient. Okay. What time of the game? It's like, it's up to you, dude. It's like I don't know the level of player that you are or where you're landing or like any of that. I can't say like you should do this every time. Like it's more like, dude, just go fight. Like it's not that deep. Like sometimes I'll land in ranked and I'll land edge map or not edge map. I'll land like snooty steps and I'll have one guy there and then I'll be running around the map for 10 minutes. Like as long as my objective is to find somebody and I'm like actively chasing towards killing, like getting more eliminations, killing more people, whatever, that's all that matters. Makes sense. So it's not the time, it's the quality of time you have. Yes, exactly. Like that's why like you can be successful off of 3 hours every single day. But if those 3 hours are like you going crazy, also when you have limited amounts of time, I think we might all know this or like have experienced this in some way. But let's say we all have 3 hours a day max. Like Fortnite, you cannot play for more than 4 hours. Like it just doesn't work. Okay. Like those off hours for me I would be watching YouTube videos. I would be in this Discord. I would be like, I'd be watching like streams. I'd be watching somebody teach me how to get better at fighting. Like those things. Like that's how you spend your off time. Like you don't have to have. And then when you're on the game, you're actually putting in the time. Like you're practicing what someone's teaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have a 7-hour weekend or 7-hour day where you're just playing for 7 hours straight and then you're only 2 of those 7 hours are actually good. All right, I'm not gonna answer these because I want to move to the next one. But like, yeah, I'm trying to do the system where let me actually, he didn't want to get brought up. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one. We're at 47 minutes, so 80 people still for 47 minutes is nuts. Thank you guys so much. Again, I said this last night. I'm kind of a repeating record right now. I feel like a repeating record, but for those that are taking notes, being helpful, being a positive influence in the community. Oh, that's my alarm. I have a trusted role that I've given out to a couple people. Like these guys that have the role, it's only like, I think like 7 or 8 people. Like they're grinders. They care. They're taking notes. They want to be successful. And so that's the whole vibe of the Discord. I'm trying to surround all 80 of you with successful people. Like 3RPX and Fecky and Monsoon. Like the fact that they're in this call and that they're even in the chat with you guys is you're surrounding yourself with successful people. Like that's how you be successful. That's straight up. That's why when you talk about is Discord friend groups community is so good. Like, yeah, if your Discord friend group is successful, if they're grinding, if they're passionate, then there you go. Like you're gonna be successful. All right, on to the next one. How long will the season be? I have no idea. All right, let me skip. Sorry, I need to God, my brain. Okay. All right.
Yeah, go Tom.
So this is Proverbs. I'll bring Proverbs up in a second. I don't know if his teammates here, but we're watching his teammates. This is a Mike and Ake qualifier.
I'm gonna land here.
Okay, that's fine. Just get over here.
There's 2 teams coming to house.
All right, wait.
Let me go back a bit. So I'm gonna critique as much as I can.
That's usually what most of mine are too.
Yeah, I like making videos. Like I would rather make videos than shorts. I think.
I'm not trying to.
The shorts just feel like.
I'm gonna skip this. I don't want people to hear your conversations.
All right, let's go.
So first thing, you're talking about the drop before you hit the drop.
If I'm landing here, you'll probably jump a little sooner.
Well, I'm landing.
This is good. Like communicating is really, really good. This is huge right now.
Aren't we just doubling it?
No, you try to land.
But him asking questions like, are we just doubling? Like you should ultimately try and have that game plan created. Like, hey, in this tournament, we're going to land here double, or Like, yeah, of course. Like, you know, certain things can be automated so the comms are more clear, you know?
The mountain, if you
Those things change. Like, that helps a lot. Like, me and Scoped don't have to talk about, hey, Scoped, are you running, which shotgun do you want to run this game? The drum or the pump? Like, that's not a conversation. Like, it's, you know, we already decide.
Oh, okay.
But if we're double, if we're contested,
Right, so it's good. It's good you're explaining it. You need to explain it. Like, if I'm playing with you for the first time, I'm gonna explain to you while we're playing, and that's fine. But
then we'll
I don't know if this is the first game you guys have ever played. I'm assuming it's not, but
double A spot.
so that's why I'm mentioning
whichever
these things.
side
Okay.
they're going.
All right, so I'm still gonna try to aim for it in case it's like we need to, but
Because these comms right now could be like, if this is opens, right? Let's imagine this is Cash Cup opens, FNCS opens, okay? Because I know this is something that we're all gonna be playing in. And you guys, I want to try to continue to create these like picture scenarios where like you're hearing me talk about something and you can actually visualize it. Okay, imagine this FNCS opens game 1. You should not be talking with your teammate about where are we dropping, what's the strategy gonna be, because this is taken away from you being like, all right, one guy at the fields, one guy in the snow biome to the right. I don't know the map perfectly by like off the top of my head, so I don't know. This is hazy, I think, to the right, but you know, one team landing at the lake, like, oh, one team that landed right behind us, like those comms are like,
yeah.
are super important. Or even like, oh yeah, we're conned, they're landing here, you know, like keeping the comms clear and ready for the more important things in the moment versus like what you're doing strategy wise. You can prepare the strategy beforehand. You know, you can't prepare to be randomly contested by 5 teams, or, you know, be uncontested and this team is also uncontested. Like
I can just hit that.
the fields team.
Yeah, there's.
I have a good drop
I
if
can
we
come
double.
tunnel.
Okay, you want to just go tunnel
These
then?
kids look like yeah, go tunnel. Go
All right,
tunnel,
just
tunnel.
let's
Let's
just
get
go
the other
tunnel.
I'm gonna land here.
Okay, that's fine. Just
Yeah,
get
yeah.
over here.
There's 2 teams coming to house.
All right,
wait,
wait,
someone's
one of
going
those
to you.
teams is so late though. There's no way.
But no, the fact that you guys are calming, like, yo, what teams are doing around you. I think also, I haven't played the clip here, the rest of it, but also drawing up like scenarios like, hey, you guys can see my screen, right? Okay. Like, mentally in your head, like, you're not going to do this. Obviously, you're not going to tab out and do this, but like, you know, this team landed here. Okay. Now you need to think about what are the options that they could go. Like, okay, based off of what you know, right? You saw there's 5 teams fencing and there's 1 team here. Like, okay, they're probably going to go, I don't know, snag loot here from this team. You know, like, let's imagine there's a team that landed here. There's a team that landed here. And there's 3 teams that landed here, actually, you know, right? They're probably going to do something like this. And then you saw nobody at reels, or like, you know, maybe everyone around them is contested. Maybe like someone landed here, right? You know, now you can assume they're not going to do that. And so you can like mentally note in your head, or even explain to your teammate, like, hey, everywhere around them is contested. This is what they're likely to do. And then now you can predict it. Now you're not panicked when they cut you, like when they fight you off guard, catch you off guard. You know, those things that changes a lot.
What are they doing?
Preparation, right?
I don't know. One of those teams is full drone.
Thinking a little bit
I think they
ahead.
just got like both their spots taken. Here, I'm not farming any
They did.
zeros yet.
I've got to.
I mean, you're talking about it, so you're saying what I'm saying, but yeah, think about what they could do if they get their spots taken. What are they gonna do? Where are they gonna go?
Nice. So we just take this. Yeah.
Yeah, we got like.
We'll
5
get
more barrels, I
full.
think.
Yeah, we get full health from these. Oh, sorry. Wait, did you get that one or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. There's a pump over here, if you want.
Yeah. Hold on. Grabbing this.
Also, I don't know how this POI works entirely, like this underground spot, but I would probably be focusing more on keeping the comms clear of like, all right, hey, if someone landed on this other side, because I'm sure there's multiple entrances, right? So like, imagine if someone else landed on this other entrance. I don't know where it is, but you know, those comms should be discussed, right? Like those things should be brought up. Like, yo, all right, let's go. Let's get some barrels here, but be careful. Remember, there could be that team on the other side, or like, you know, once you get to a certain point of this like underground spot, maybe you talk about that. You're like, hey,
Actually.
Yeah, from the wall or metal, and then.
Yeah. Oh, there's the coolers too.
Oh
It's
yeah, there
not.
are coolers.
It's not an actual turning.
It's still good practice, but.
No, yeah. I just mean we get coolers because it's not.
Yeah,
in
it's not
a-
tournament settings.
Yeah.
I'm blocking off doors so we don't get
Okay, I have 4 berries. Do you want to
Surprised.
carry?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm
also,
still carrying it.
so things that you need to plan out beforehand are things like this and loadouts and stuff like that. Like as an IGL, right? Me and Scope, let's bring me and Scope as an example here. Scope knows I'm going to always carry mobility. So like whatever the best mobility is, if he finds a pad, he's like, yo, I got a pad for you. Remind me to give it to you later. Or like, hey, here's 4 flow berries, Ceice. Like, take them. Like, there's no hesitation by your teammate to just already drop them and mark them. And there's no hesitation by you. Like, you're not going to be like, just hold, like, you know, oh no, you should hold them. Like you are holding them. If you're the leader, you're going to hold them. That's how it works. And so same thing with like minis and bigs. Like, hey, you know, it should just be a simple question. Hey, do you have minis? Yep. Okay. I'm dropping my stack then. We don't need double stack. We don't need 12 minis. And then boom, that's it. Like, you already have those discovered. Like, you already have those choices pre-made. So you're not talking about it. You can just focus on getting the surge or getting a kill, or like you can do a lot of other things with your brain power than worry about what type of loot you want to carry and who's carrying the mobility. And like, it's also slowing you down with farming mats and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah, I have one as well. Should I get the pump?
Oh, wait, buy grab. Oh, we can't buy grapple.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here, can you guys make it? Or minis?
Yeah, I have 2. And I have 3 minis.
Even things like, I'm always going to carry the whites like that. Like, you know, he's going to always carry the whites. And if he doesn't have it, like, it's on him to find bandages or something to pick up. Like, those things can be pre-assigned.
There's 2 more barrels behind us as well.
How many minis do you have?
3.
Here's 3. Okay, swap.
Okay.
Yeah, just farm up all your metal, like literally get 500 metal.
What the am I like rubber banding or something?
I know.
Like,
And then we'll get the rest of our mats from up there, but the trees are super quick farming. And
yeah.
You guys like to play cash?
looking like Cash is gonna be
You
I'm gonna go and start
Talking about what you want to do, it's good.
I've already got 400. So.
Oh, what the? I didn't even know I had one. What the freak? That was
Yeah,
the
this
first
whole
time
thing
I
was
did that.
was completely uncontested. So the only people we really have to
Okay.
worry about are
This is really good, Proverbs, that this is exactly what I just talked about. You know, you're seeing this spot's contested, so you're planning out where they could have been or who you have to worry about now, and like you're eliminating, like, you know, you see this spot uncontested over here, you know no one's to your right, or like you have a very high chance of maybe one team, you know, maybe later on one team. Though that's so huge to be doing already. Like that's you're very ahead of the game right now.
I'm like I say we like box this up in middle.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Yeah.
Just here and then just replace these. Yeah.
Oh, farming no wood.
You can place it in wood too. That's what a lot of people usually do.
Yeah,
Okay, it's spawning.
I'm gonna box them up.
It's gonna break your builds and shoot
It
you
does
out.
break it. It does
Oh,
break
okay.
it. Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh well.
Pushed us.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what? Okay. I'm resetting that.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy's talking about. They don't break your builds. It's gonna push you back though.
Nice, bro. Okay, here, reset.
Also, I'm noticing a habit of your teammate, which is not bad. Well, maybe he doesn't have this habit, but I'm gonna talk about it now because I kind of give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and I'm realizing I probably shouldn't because it's just easier to call you guys out in the moment. But he's kind of being a little bit of a loot goblin. Like,
No, I didn't.
Oh,
you know, you're taking a very like sought after item, right? Everyone wants this, or a lot of
What?
people are gonna want this. So, this is your time to not be outside of your box, like, right? That's like a bad thing because now he gets fried. Then it's 10 times harder to get the item. Okay, and then so whatever, right? He comes out of the box, he resets it, like that's good. But now he's like, you know, you're still in the process of killing this guy. Just help your teammate kill him. Like, who cares about the pump? Like, right?
Nice,
And then
bro.
you know, here he's like still looking to pick up loot. You guys kind of both are, but like this is wide open. Imagine there's a team coming up in that bush that's right outside this wall here. That's now in the bush, or like, you know, is about to be in the bush, and now they're just, you know, they see you like this and they just sprint in or catch you off guard. Like it's over for you. Like you guys are so both of you guys are so greedy for the loot. It's not that game changing to have this purple AR.
okay, here, reset.
Like, yeah, see, it's more important to just be consistent.
That's about it. I don't like.
Also, like in a tournament like FNCS, when you get the forecast tower, you play like your life is on the line. Like your ventilator is on the line. Like you are doing everything you can because you see every zone. That's the most busted item in the game.
I guess.
Let's go, bro.
So that's a game winner right there. That's actually a game winning thing to get. Right? So if
Here,
you're trying to win this game, that is
I
like
have an A.
no risk, right? Like when even before you have it. Like right now,
It's the,
your chances of you getting it are like, I don't even know, 98% you're gonna get this item.
yeah.
You're gonna get the zone reveal. So like you start playing safe now. Like okay, you can be risky to this point, right? Who cares? But now once you get it, and once you're about to get it, and now once you have it, you play like, you know, no risks.
We can
You need to milk this game as much as you can, because you never know. The next game you go to the forecast tower, there could be 8 kids there. There could be 10 people there. There could be like a whole entire build fight before you go there, and it's just like, you know, take advantage of it.
right here.
So you just rotate, probably rotate, kind of
down
chill.
here
Like
for
you're using zone reveal. I'm gonna skip a lot here because I'm sure you just
That's all right.
you're taking advantage of the zone, which is exactly what I'm saying. Is like this is why it's so important. You might not be able to do this every single game. So maximize this game.
Up here.
This is all good. Like, I mean, look at your mats. Look at the benefit of having forecast. You've got the best loot in the game, the best mats in this zone,
Okay. Yeah.
and you're in the next zone.
Oh, but
And it's a hill zone, so you already know.
no, that it's not even. Sometimes it just won't do the flash. Like
it's
I've
gonna be
died
so
where it just
beneficial to
doesn't
have
do
mats
it.
like
It's
this.
weird.
No, if you have the hollow sight or no scope at all, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is up a mountain though. I don't know if we can go left. We're gonna have to probably stay right side because of elevation.
Yeah. Where's your blue marker at? Where the
Blue
medallion
marker.
team's at?
Hey, wait. I can.
Yeah.
Move it. I guess.
It's down
Is
there.
it free that way?
I don't think did he reset this wall behind him?
Because you
Yeah,
can
this
wrap
is
that
way
way.
down.
Wait, am I tripping?
Move it.
Marker out? Where the
Blue
medallion
marker.
team-
Okay.
Go that way. Right, and it's like that way.
Over there.
You can just build-
You're just talking about rotating. That's all it is, right? You're just trying to pick the best
I'm gonna
timing,
try to
best
get on that
option.
wood, and then
Okay.
just run like that way. Okay.
All right.
I think we go now.
Okay.
I'm sliding.
This could be rough.
Bro,
I don't know
one
if
of
I
those
going
kids
this.
has a sniper. Watch
I
out
think
behind
it's
us.
bad, but that's a little
Yeah,
early. 18
they're
seconds
rotating
is a little early.
Oh, I got.
Yeah, like you'd probably want to go now. Like you want to go early. Like I think that everyone could agree that, like, let's say the zone is here. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. Say the zone is here. Like next zone is gonna be. Oh my goodness. God. Okay, next one's gonna be here. Boom. The red. Okay. And you're all the way over here. Let's see. The red. Okay. Like, if you have to rotate this, okay, it's better to either go right away early and like be ahead of the schedule, especially since you could have seen zone. Like, I think that you could have definitely gone ahead like earlier. As soon as you see that zone pop, or like put yourself in the center, like instead of putting yourself on, I don't know, on edge here, right? You see how like you knew where the zone was and you sat on edge versus like you could have just sat in the center and then your next rotate would have been guaranteed to be easier. So that right there could have changed it. But you either go really early, right? Like you could still go now. This is fine because no one else knows it's going to be over here. So no one else is going to predict. Everyone right now is doing what you're doing.
All right.
I'm
They're
just
sitting
gonna-
in their box, looking at their wall, waiting for zone to see, and then they're going to strategize and plan, right? That's what people who don't have forecasts do. That's like Fortnite. That's in you know, the most basic way. So you can take advantage of that and rotate early. That's fine. But rotating the time you did is just the most awkward
On that
time,
wood, and then
right? Like right now, no one's going to move. 20 seconds, no one's going to
just
move.
run like.
You go at 17 seconds, still nobody's going to move. There's no point. Like you want to go early. You don't want to go with 2 seconds on the clock or, you know, or even 1 second. You don't want to go that late, but you don't want to go this early. This is too early. So I would say like 8 to 10 seconds, maybe even less than that. 6, 7 seconds is fine. Again, I can't even look at this clip really. I can't like sit here and tell you guys 7.5 seconds is the time to leave your box. Like it's situational. You guys are seeing like that he could have been a little early. It could have been later. It could have been earlier. It's not that deep. Like I can't tell you how much, what the teams around you are doing, how the, you know, what's the level of the lobby. Like it's all plays, you know, what's your loot. It all plays like, into the fact of like when you'll leave.
I'm
But
sliding.
Yep. Bro, one of
yeah,
those
this
kids
is definitely like you don't want to ever leave in the middle, right?
has a sniper.
That's pretty much what you did.
Watch out behind us.
Yeah, they're rotating with us.
Oh.
And also, like, objectively, you're rotating, okay? You're going towards zone,
I'm sliding.
and you're the IGL, looks like. So he's following you. But this
Bro,
needs to be
one of
something
those
that he
kids
needs to
has a
do.
sniper. Watch out.
Like, he's even talking about it. Also, okay, there's a lot of things wrong. I'm kind of, I need to sit here and just talk about this. So, one, like, in my opinion, random conversation on rotates is unneeded. And like, I know he's telling about the sniper.
I'm sliding.
Like what you're saying, I'm sliding, like quick things.
Yep. Bro, one of those kids has a sniper. Watch out behind.
But like, you know, one of those kids has a sniper, watch out behind us. Like that is like it could be simplified as like, yo, block your back, there's a sniper. Or like, I don't know how to explain it. He's not, you can tell he's not like talking in like a military style where it's like, you know, on me, left, right. Like it's very like conversational, and like having conversation and having that habit of like, do you think we should like, no, you don't need to talk about ammo and mats you have while you're doing this rotate. It's very important that you do not get fried on this rotate like you did. So maybe this is a one-time thing, but you should, you get what I'm saying. You need to be super focused on making sure you're having a successful rotate here.
I'm gonna
so you go down.
I think we go now.
One of those kids has a sniper watch.
But also, like you as an IGL, as a leader, like, yo, tell your teammate, find the habits he has. Like Scoped has he's really good at blocking the back. So I don't have to tell him that, but like maybe, you know, maybe he's not good at blocking the front or like looking ahead. I'll tell him like, yo, watch these hills or watch these teams below. Or like, you know, you, for example, say, hey, when we go down here, we're going to bury, but watch your back. There's a lot, we're leaving early here. So, you know, you can plan that. Like, I know that you know how to pre-plan things like this. When we talked about this, I know you can assume what teams are going to do. You could assume that when you rotate this early, that since these teams are behind you aren't rotating with you early, you can assume that they're going to look at you. Like, that's so simple right there. That's like rockets.
Yeah, they're rotating.
What is the one I'm looking for? That's like fucking basic fucking math. Like, so this is something that you can predict and plan for, and you should have. And he should have. Like, as the person in the back, he especially should. Like, that's the reason. There's a reason why the back guy gets shot and not the front guy. It's because it's easier to shoot the back guy. Like, that's it. So, as someone who is in the back, like I said, Scope's really good at blocking his back. I rarely see him get fried, and he's a controller player. I guess on that note too, with controller players, it is harder for a controller player to like be that person in the back. So maybe you try to focus on having, you know, both you guys be together. But I remember like me, Scopes, and Tradix when we played trio FNCS, we would always put Scopes in the middle, and then me and Tradix would be like, I'd be on the front and Tradix would be in the back. So we intentionally did that every time because we knew that if Scopes was in the back, which before that he was, that he would get fried more often and couldn't turn around as quick. But Tradix, you know, as a keyboard mouse player, could flick and build off angles quickly and do all those quick movements. Anyways.
Okay. Out, like right, yeah.
Hit him 17.
Nice. Ow, oh my god.
Like he still, right? You know they're there. And he's like surprised that he got shot. You know?
Oh,
especially when you have a mobility item like this, like when you're bouncing around and you're actually like you're flying, like look, he's about to fly towards you while looking backwards. You see? Like even like obviously we know how this item works, but I'm showing you like he can look behind him while he's jumping his own. Same with you.
Actually have to heal this time.
And now like look at the like don't even worry about the heals. Heals don't matter, but look at his mats. He wasted 500 mats on this one rotate. And you guys can see the zone. And also on top of that, you can still see the next zone and you're still pushing into the side of zone that like
it's so hard.
Is not the next zone. Like you should be really on this top right of the zone here. You know, you should be getting ready to get in.
Okay,
the next zone.
I'm almost.
I can use wood. I think.
Right, so this entire rotate he wasted.
Yeah, I'm with.
You guys still gotta go like 2 more blocks.
What is this, like 600, 700 mats? Also, another thing that Scoped has done a bit, so I'm seeing this now in his gameplay.
Build for him. Put some pre.
He gets to you, right? Which this is good. Like those builds are minimal. Like I think that in a time where you're using a lot of mats, you kind of have to be playing like minimal, right? Like I know that I'm telling just a second ago, I was telling him to block his back and be safe. And I know there's guys behind him right now. And I know he knows there's guys behind him. Okay. Or he should. But there are times when you should be minimal and maybe, you know.
Wait, no, I'm
like,
here, I'm with.
Like, you know, a stair to edit in or whatever. And like this is why you help him so he can be minimal. Because you want to stop the bleeding now. You don't want to have him waste. Because right now, before he has 240 wood, right? You don't know the mats he has, but he has 240 wood. Okay, when he gets to you, he has pretty much 0. Because he's not being minimal. So you're like the bleeding is continuing, you know? Like yeah, like you're getting punished by him not turning around twice. And you know, you're losing mats and heals from that. And then you're also maybe even losing positioning from that. And then now you're losing even more because
I'm here, I'm with.
He's overbuilding. Like he boxes here, okay? Then comes up and full boxes twice.
Yeah, I'm with.
It's not like that's why it doesn't make much sense because it's like he's a risky player in the sense that like he'll run by a team on low ground here, right? He takes the risk of this.
Yeah.
He knows they're there. Just a second ago, he knows they're there. Obviously, that's not the team that shot him. I think another team came behind him, but it doesn't matter. He knows there's teams behind him right now. You know there's teams behind you right now. So he takes the risk of not blocking his back and he gets fried, okay? So you're like, okay, surely, you know, he
So
continues
pop-
to take risks, right? That's like a habit
Wait,
he's
no,
making.
I'm-
But then he comes here,
I'm here. I'm with.
and he's extremely protective for no,
Okay.
like, it's like a, doesn't, like, nothing's, it's not lining up here, you know? Like, protective there and super protective here when there's not even people looking at him on these hills.
Wait, no, I'm.
Like,
I'm
there might
here.
not, I don't even
I'm
think there's anybody in these boxes,
I think.
right? These brick boxes.
Yeah, I'm with.
So, like, I can't, it's hard for me to read, like, his, like, why he's doing what he's done, why he's doing what he's doing, but it's probably just comes down to him literally watching this, like, make him go back and watch this when this goes live, and, you know, obviously take notes so you can explain this, or, like, yeah, making him watch this is super important, and like reading your teammate, like now you know, right? Like I know everyone can improve. Scoped could be the guy that like always makes edits back zone and dies every time, and like, you know, he'll improve from that. If I tell him don't do that, and I'll show him why he can do it better, he'll improve from that, right? But in the back of my mind, I know it's a habit that Scoped might do that. So in the back of your mind, from now on, you know it's a habit that he might not block his back, and he could, like I said, he could improve with it, but or he might, you know, he might burn a lot of mats. Like right there again, he's at
You guys still gotta go like 2 more boxes in.
70 mats, 70 wood, and you know, obviously you're building here too, right? It's double burn, and you see forecast, so it's like you played for the forecast, you got it, and you didn't even take advantage of it.
Here. Do you need mats? Here.
Yeah, I need hearts. I need hearts. Special something.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
so
yeah,
rotate.
I'm gonna try to get on top of this wood right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good. Telling him, you know, where you're gonna do, what your plan is really good. Even if you don't end up doing it, it's still good. Don't feel like you have to force the plan. As the person in the front, as the leader, like you can also, you can say those types of things like, "Hey, I'm thinking about jumping on this wall, but be careful of this," or, "But this might not work, so be ready to, you know, do your own thing." Like you can kind of say those things, right?
I'm on still full well.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm with you. I'm right
I'm getting
behind
on
you.
top of the
Don't
wall.
pull the window.
Also, here's another opportunity where you're still going in the direction that he's going. Like I know, like he may be scared this guy's gonna catch him. Imagine he just turns around, looks at height. Yo, no one's on height. No one's on height. You know, go up. We have height. Both of you guys.
Hold on.
Look at all this time to drop and fall.
Hi, just
Like, not saying you have to play high ground there, but like, or you know, maybe he turns around for a second and sees that height is literally looking right at him, like, and he's ready to build, right? Like, imagine this. Okay, he's
Still full
jumping
well.
Yep.
right now. Height could have shot him this entire time. He still can. Okay,
I'm with you.
he
I'm
jumps
right
Getting
again.
on top of the wall.
Imagine he checks height right now. He gets fried. At least, at the very least, he can connect to this right here. These walls. He can build a wall and box, like, can it, you know, catch himself. But if he's not even prepared for it to happen, and it happens, he's probably dead because it's going to catch him off guard.
Hold on. Good.
You know, no matter how fast his reaction time is, it's still going to catch him off guard. If he's not prepared for the opportunity or for the situation to happen.
Watch out. Yeah, it's hard. Wait, kid. Yeah,
My phone, I
kid's
think.
the-
Try this. No, leave. Okay, I did not have a berry. Can you give me like? No, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Let's go now. Why did?
Watch out. You took full.
I'm 1 HP. I'm literally.
Yeah, I have a medkit for you.
So do I.
Here. Oh wait. Okay.
I do have it. Do you have any blues?
A little sloppy, but like,
I've-
I mean, there's a lot going on right there. Like, you didn't,
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Like-
gonna wait. Let's go.
like, you're not playing to, you're not doing anything intentionally. You're like waiting because like it's like as if I told you, all right, Proverbs, every time you rotate, you're gonna wait till 5 seconds on the clock and then you're gonna go. It's like you're like following a script, and there's not a script in the end game like that, you know? There is, like, there's a style of playing, there's things you do every time, right? Like playing aside a zone or scouting height or taking low ground, like those things, right? Or pre-editing a wall, like those are things you do every game. But like there's needs to be a reason here. Like you're not. I know by watching this, there's no reason you just did this. You're just feeling it out. It just feels right, and sometimes that's fine to feel it out and you know, act off of that. But like here would be the time where you could have checked height right now, and you should have checked height. Maybe you did in your cone. Maybe I missed it, but still, like, and then still with like sides of zones, like you're hard pushing to this right side in a dead lobby, and it doesn't make sense to do this. Like I think if you just thought 2 seconds about what you were gonna do, like imagine you just tarped out to where this guy is right now. You just tarped out before you jumped down. You just stopped right here and looked and analyzed. Right, that's not that many mats used. That's not compared to what you used getting to, you know, getting the half and half. That's not that many mats. But you kind of just full sent it. And
Why
you
did-
take fall
Watch out, you
damage.
took fall.
Your teammate takes fall damage, and he from what I'm watching is he's a follower. I'm on you. You need to tell him, like, if you write anything down, this is something major to write down, is be your own person, be your own player. I need you to be your own player. That's what I would tell him. That's what I've told a lot of my teammates is like, you can't just follow me. Like things like here's an example of this is another thing that I saw. Like he's following you and you can tell he is by one, he's mantling, right? Like he's not being his own player. Like you didn't do that. Like he can make that decision to like go left, be his own player there. And then here you can especially see that like he's literally like laser locked on you. And like that is not bad. That's a great thing to have have someone follow you. He's gonna be on you. But like he's not looking anywhere else, right? He's not checking height. He's not checking like other layers. He's not his own. He's literally you, and you need him to be separate. You need him to be different, But yeah, he's just his eyes are just locked on you.
Don't drop all the way.
Hold on.
Like there, I guess he's looking at that team, but
Okay, hi, just
he's just following you. It's quite literally like you hired an NPC and you just had him follow you around. Like that's actually what was happening. Because then you go here, right? And instead of being his own person and maybe like, seeing you're getting shot, like he saw you took fall damage, right? He actually paid attention to that. Like, he knows there's guys behind him, but because he's not his own person.
Watch out, you took fall.
He's not building his back right now. Like he blocks his right, which is not his back. These guys are clearly they're shooting you from his back right, So he's not his own person again, so he doesn't do that. And then he's not his own person again, so he doesn't like just tarp into you. He goes from above. Like he's trying to just follow the same route you did.
Watch out, you took fall.
Like if he's his own player, he's just tarping to you and he's blocking and he's playing like, yeah, that needs to be the mindset to some extent. Is like, if I mess up, play solo. Like you cannot just follow me, right? Like this is him just following. Like he could have just tarped to you easily.
Oh wait, okay.
I do have it. Do you have any blues?
No, not anymore. I had to
Okay.
pop that.
You need to build in one more box and hearts
Okay.
if you have any left.
Yeah, I
Like
do. This way? Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
it pulls down, but again, stay mid layer. Don't drop all the way down.
Do you want
I don't know why that guy's saying that.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what that guy's saying. He's saying if I'm just gonna listen to him again.
Mid layer. Don't drop all the way down. Pulls down, but again, stay mid.
Yeah, that'll work.
It pulls down, but again, stay mid layer. Don't drop all the way down.
He said if it pulls down, like he's basically saying no matter where it pulls, he wants you to stay mid layer, don't drop ulti low, which makes no sense because it's 16 players alive, which is super dead. So there's no mid ground layer. Like if you're about to see in 2 seconds, like look below you, there's no mid ground layer. Like you basically are mid ground layer. Like, maybe one below you is technically mid ground layer. There's no layering in this. And also it pulls down into something where you can win this game from ulti low. It's into the pond. So if you get ulti low, that's huge.
Up in a bit.
Yeah, okay.
And one of those teams was white underneath you too.
Oh,
Like I would just rather not have this guy in the call. Like personally, I don't think that
right on her.
he's not like
On,
there's
I'm
not
talking
much
this,
you're
so I
gaining
don't
from
get
this.
one.
80.
We might. Yeah. We still have
This
mats.
way, this way.
Okay.
This way.
Like you going to the right, whether that was an accident or not, is really, really good because you're picking a side of zone. You're like actually intentionally, you're not cutting up right up the middle where everyone's at. You're actually going to a dead side of zone, which is really good. But again, your teammate kind of just following you, right? He's not like when you go.
We might. Yeah. We still have mats.
When you go, like your teammate's still healing and like he's not really sure exactly what you're doing, and you're going, and like that might be your instincts kicking into like, I gotta step up, I gotta be that guy, and like that's why you have a teammate. You don't have to be fragging, IGLing, tarping, healing, like splitting mats, splitting ammo. Like you don't have to be that. Like your teammate's there to help you, but you can you should be saying, all right, yo, ready? Pop your med kit. Okay, ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, we're going left. Go right. Like, all right, I'm gonna go right. Let's drop down right. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like I always do that with scope. Like that's how you can assure that at the end of the game, if scope didn't follow me or if he just got confused, I'll literally show him the VOD and it'll be one of those things that he'll just say like, oh, I just didn't hear you, or like I wasn't paying attention. And that's not that. Then that doesn't fall on you at all. Like you can look back at the game and like say, hey, I did as much as I could.
Looking this way.
Okay.
But again, yeah, he's just following you, right?
This
He's
way.
like locked on your character. He's not checking height right now. Like he's not even checking to the left. He's really just looking at you.
I got opening on our back. Yeah. Wait, he's breaking.
Same thing with like the tarp, like right? Like if you build a tarp, you guys see my screen? Okay. If you were to build a tarp, let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, yeah. Wait, no, you guys can only see this. Change windows. Like if you build a tarp here, if you build a tarp like this, right? You're tarping in and you're going like this, and then you're going straight, right? And then you're going this way, right? He's just following you. Like his exact movement is literally just this. So if this guy, like imagine, right, you're tarping next to a team, right? There's a team, let's say there's a team right like here, okay? Right? And this is a wood wall for some reason, I don't know. Right? He's following you late, which is fine because that's how the second player works. He's following you late, and someone gets this wall, right here. Like he just follows the tarp. He's not comfortable being his own person. So like, it's very simple to just be like, oh, I'm my own person, so I'm also gonna let my teammate build, but I'm also gonna check the layers as well, making sure this is mine. Like obviously you're not doing this while you're playing, but like you can visually see when someone gets the wall. So, being comfortable with going like this. I'm here. Like, and he's there, and it's not like that's not a big waste, and that didn't get him killed, and there's no risk. So, let's keep watching. Let me switch back to the game so you guys can hear. Boom.
Oh, yep. Right on her.
Alright, so I'll go back and watch that. Wait,
Opening.
hold on. Here.
Yeah.
Right, so you're tarping, he's following you like one for one. Like, and you're over to the right because you're sketched about this box.
Wait, he's breaking in back here. I'm with.
You gotta get a kill here?
Okay.
Yep, I'm out.
Like, and also he's the fragger, so like I'm not saying that you should be the one saying, we gotta get a kill here. Like you can be IGLing and say, yo, we need a kill, we need to refresh now. Like that's fine, you're leading your team, but like so far he hasn't been like it seems like you're playing with like a hired NPC. Or yeah, somebody that's not like he's not really doing much other than like following your character.
Oh, back here. What the? Where is?
Not even like also not even blocking sides, which is the role of somebody in the back.
You gotta
right?
get a kill here?
Okay.
Yep, I'm out of mouse. Do you have any?
Back
Behind
here.
us.
What the? Where is he?
I'm probably make it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
make it. Just go. Just play it.
Also, so one, you can ask beforehand, like, yo, I need mats before you rotate this. I need mats. Like, so you shouldn't just run out of mats. That's bad. But, what was I gonna say? Shit, I forget.
On our back.
Let
Yeah.
me see if I can remember.
Wait, he's breaking in back here. I'm with.
You gotta get a kill here?
Okay.
Yep, I'm out of mouse. Do you have any?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So this is a situation that like everyone's different. Every duo is different. But I'll say that like you can play like this where this is how me and Day played. I'll try to bring that example because I think there's gameplay footage you guys can watch me and Day play FNCSs and cash cups and all this stuff from a while ago. Literally, I didn't trust Day to go off and find the refresh himself. Like I couldn't tarp in a straight line and be like, all right, Day, go off on a little side box and get this kill and bring me back some loot. So what we did, and this is like something that I structured with me and my coach, like we all agreed that this is the best way to play, is all right, Day, give me max mats. Okay, max mats. All right, Day, I'm at 100 mats. I'm following you. Whatever you do, I'm on you. And that worked a lot. That worked very well because Day is very like he's psycho. He's insane. Like he's nuts. He's very good at the game, but he's also like kind of stupid. Like he's gonna jump in the box, and it works. It works like very consistently with Day, which is why he's so good. But that can be how it works with this guy, right? Like, all right, I'm out of mats. I'm following you. Like, you don't have to even think about IGLing anymore. It's like now up to your fragger, which is the role he plays, right? He should be finding the refreshes and finding those kills. Like, you can leave it in his hands at a certain point. And it doesn't have to be when you're actually at 0 builds. It could be when you're at 100 builds. Hey, Proverbs, I'm at 100 builds. I'm on you, bro. Whatever you want to do, I'm on you. And like, that sense of confidence for a fragger can be a lot. Like, Day liked that a lot. Giving him that extra boost that like I'm on him. Like he doesn't have to think about it. I'm right behind him, and it worked. It worked really well.
Back behind us. What the? Where is he?
So you can transfer like to those type of roles where you're just letting your fragger do it. I don't think that's very optimal. I don't think that's like championship level where like Queasy and Vino are doing that entirely. Like I'm sure like they have that in their realm of things they do, right? Like sometimes you just have to follow whoever is like making the call.
I'm probably
But you get what I'm saying.
make it.
yeah,
I'm probably
okay.
make it. Just
Here.
go. Just play it.
You get tarp,
I can tarp us. I have metal, but I'm almost
dead
out.
zero. Dead zero.
Yeah, okay. I just dropped. I literally didn't know I had 0 mats. I fell. I'm on full low.
Same. I'm dead. Oh, you went. Below you, they're looking at you. There's a solo right here. Solo right here. You're clutching so much, bro.
Alright.
Nice, bro. Top 7 is good. It was a good game.
I mean, yeah, in that format, it's not a bad game at all. Oh yeah, I mean, dude, that was we talked for a long time. That was like a 30 or longer, 30-minute longer session. Yeah. All right. I want to bring up Proverbs to have like a conversation with you guys. Let's see. Proverbs. There we go. All right. Yo,
Hey, what's up, Ceice?
what's good?
Yeah, that was awesome, bro. I learned so much there. I do
Did
want
you?
to say Morphix was on like day 2 of brand new binds. He was switching to paddles, so he didn't look super smooth, super comfortable with like blocking off his back and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
He is a really good fighter. We've been running the 2v2s like a ton against like other players that like are legitimately killing us, and we've been like fighting them back. That's the one thing I feel like, because you can see later in the video there was one there was a couple fights we had that like people just kept beaming us, and then we would like box up and just be like, oh, do we fight this? I don't know. And then like I'm like, we can kill these kids. Like we have 2v2. Like we can totally kill this. And that's just snapped in my brain like recently over this past week, that like the people in Duo Cash Cup they're not crazy fighters. Like we can win this
With
and we
enough
can win these
chemistry and
games.
practice, you both don't
We
have to
have-
be a Peter bot to be insane at fighting together.
Yeah.
100%.
I've been playing with him for like months now, like a long time. So
That's good.
we have the chemistry together. But yeah, it was really good stuff. Pre-planning, sometimes my mind just gets a little clouded and I get too in the moment. But I'm gonna work on pulling out and looking for better ways to stay. I don't know, just have better rotates and just think about things more.
Yeah. No,
Just diving in.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. That's gonna make your decision making and the moments where you're in endgame like not catch you off guard as much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even look at height once. And like, but then
Yeah.
what was crazy is like in between the games, because we had a couple games where we just didn't get Q, we died off spawn. Where we were playing the duo, like Jiven's duo zone wars, you know, just to prep for like, you know, if we get an end game, how are we gonna win this game and make money, right?
Yeah.
And we like were taking height. So in our creative, we were like super confident, but then when we got in game, we just got so tunnel visioned, right?
Yeah.
And
It's a different environment for sure.
definitely. And yeah, I think just reminding myself that like I've put in the practice. Like I play this game a lot. I've been playing this game for a while. Like I have this. I got it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Dude, I mean, everything you're saying is exactly what I just said. I completely agree.
Mhm. Anything else you think will be a difference maker in, especially that game right there? Like
In that
anywhere
game,
you
I don't think so. I think we broke down as much as we possibly could and went over everything. I think that what will change the future now will be him watching this and processing it and learning just like you did. Like
okay, yeah.
I think that
definitely.
if he doesn't watch this, I do think that it's a waste. Like I think that it's like
I bullet pointed a bunch of stuff. Got
that's perfect.
documents open, so I'll just go over the things and yeah, I'll send it to him for sure.
Perfect. Cool.
But yeah, he was on new binds and that's
No, that makes sense.
so
Yeah,
just
no.
a little
Yeah, that's fine.
stuff. But thank you so much, bro. I've been
course.
loving this server so much.
Of course.
Been in it every day, learning a bunch. Thank you so much, man. Really
It's
appreciate
awesome. Yeah, of course, bro. Pleasure. All right. I want to answer this question because I know Joe just asked it. He's saying, wait, so you're saying that it doesn't really matter if you're not the best fighter, but you have good chemistry and you can win any fight. I think that's pretty true. Like I think that we can use me and Scope for an example here again. Like I'm not a Peter bot. Scope's not a Peter bot. We're not the world's best fighters, but because I know how Scoped is, because I know his strengths, because Scope knows my strengths, because I know his weaknesses, the chemistry we have together, like, is huge. If you were part of the VOD review last night, I think you were, Joe, or I mean, we watched our games from the Dig Cup, and like, we're both not Peterbot. We're both not the world's best fighters on the region. We don't win every fight by ourselves 1v2, but we win fights because we have chemistry and we know how we're going to react to certain situations, and things are automated like that. Let me read some of these notes. Good stuff on taking notes, guys. This is huge. Like, this is, I mean, you guys are seeing this. I just see my screen share. I'm not taking these notes for myself. This is for you guys. So you could take notes. You cannot take notes. It's really just how much you care. And so I'll love to see this though. Have a game plan, set loadouts, look around, count where people are, planning out where people can test, where people have gone, help teammate over loot. Yep. Forecast tower means play. Yes, exactly. That's huge. Like, if you get forecast tower, you put it all, like, you're not messing up this game. This is huge. Go really early, but late when having forecast tower, meaning don't go right when zone pops. Either go, yeah, like you don't. I mean, it's kind of Fortnite like 101 is you don't want to go 2 seconds before zone goes or right when zone's moving. Like, you want to go a little bit before, but like play it by ear. Sometimes I'll rotate right when zone's pushing. It's situational, and that's why like I can't give you an exact 1-to-1 answer. Block your back once you know someone's there. Yeah, no, exactly. Be aware of your surroundings. Minimal builds. Yeah, when you've used a lot, because sometimes it happens, right? Like we've all experienced like when zone's up here and we all land down here, right? Like we've all experienced how bad it is to rotate here. So like think about being super minimal on your builds. You don't want to be wasting a lot. Yep. Plan out your rotates. Be your own player. Exactly. Be your own player. Your teammate needs to be his own player. He needs to have his like not IGL you. You know, you still have the final call. You're gonna lead him. He's gonna follow you, but he needs to be his own player in the sense that like if you die, like he can actually tarp and do things on his own. If you mess up, because that happens, we're not perfect. No one's a robot. You're gonna mess up. That he can actually, you can trust him to make, to edit in the box the right way and not exactly follow you one for one. Yeah, block sides always, right? If you're the back player. Ask for mats before he rotates. Exactly. If you're the IGL and you're tarping, definitely cap your mats before you go, or even, refresh a little bit of mats. And yes, when you can do that. That's a role switch you can do of like, hey, we're not the best at having you, we're not the best right now of fragging, seamlessly together. Like me and Scoped are very good at that of like, he knows when I'm fragging, and like when I have an opportunity, he comes to me. When he has an opportunity, I go to him. Like we don't have to, there's no like, no, I'm not going to you. You come to me. Like, it's just like, it's fluent, but you can, if you're struggling with being fluent, you can just simply switch the role when you want to. Like, hey, we have 100 builds. Fragger, I'm following you. Let's do it. And a lot of times it'll work. Good comms. Understand contested spots. Exactly. Yeah. Plan out what they're going to do. IGL carries mobility. Don't double stack. No, don't double stack minis. That's really all it is. You can double stack bigs, double stack med kits, double stack berries, like just minis. No, he's going to carry what heals. Yep. Don't be a loot goblin. True. Think about your surroundings before you go loot a body, right? We watched that in the first clip of when he was looting the body. I think that was you, actually. Wait, was it you? I think it might have been you. Sorry, I'm like, there's a lot of names, so I do feel bad when I like forget. But I'm getting the hang of it. Some of you guys are coming back. Like I know Sparks off the top of my head. I know 3RPX off the top of my head. Like some of you guys like Proverbs I can say without like Rio. Like I know you guys, for the people that are in here a lot. Be your own player. No, there's no scripted. I mean, yeah, there's a slight script, but it's not like you need to be able to work off the fly or work. What's the word I'm looking for? Like just whatever comes, whatever happens. Yeah, try to go early with forecast, be focused later in the game. Yeah, be locked in. Like, hey, like this is when it matters. And this is what I told Scope this yesterday in the tournament. Is like, we've done great up to this point, right? There's phases in the game. There's early game, there's mid game, there's late game, right? If you have a successful early and mid game, you're max on surge, you're really good mats. Like, all right, Scope, let's relock in. The final, the last 5 minutes is about to hit us. This is the most important part. Let's take advantage of it. Yeah, we have this one to see. Oh, never mind. All right, well, I guess not. Oh, I know that some of you guys have more. Like I just saw somebody say like check. Like look at these. I've got these DMs to respond to. But I think I'm gonna end it here because it is 5:40. I've been recording for an hour and a half. I think that That's probably the mental capacity limit for what we should be doing here. Like I could go for 6 hours, but that's not going to be helpful. So I think this is smart to end here, and that way I can chill out for a bit. I can play my competitive, like I can grind myself, because we all need to go grind, right? We just learned, let's go grind, right? And then later tonight, maybe not tonight because I'm exhausted, but maybe tonight. Again, put the announcements on in this channel, right? Announcements. Put this on, edit the, like, I don't know how you do this, but let's see. Notification settings, like turn the Discord notifications on. This is going to be like a daily thing, a daily thing. And I'm going to try to do EU time zone so it's a little easier for you guys. This will be posted on YouTube. Okay, so schedule, right? YouTube schedule. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad to have helped, man. Yeah, of course, bro. Thank you guys for being here. Genuinely, thank you guys so much for being here. Good night. Yeah, you can DM me on this Discord. Just make a ticket. The schedule for posting is tomorrow. There will be a new video that you guys haven't even seen. This is me. I coach Sparks behind the scenes, like not in this Discord. It's just me and him in a call. That's going to go out tomorrow. That's a really good video. It's over solos. It's mostly focused on, there you go. Turn this on, guys. Notifications for this channel on. It's over solos. It's over height. Like for those that are like, how do I win games more? I promise you that video tomorrow, like Sparks will agree. Like it's a really good video. It's not something that's like, obviously it's raw, so you're not missing, I'm not editing things out. Like it's not going to be YouTubeified. So it's just like the content you guys have been seeing. So we're gonna do that on the 9th. And then on the 11th will be me and Scopes Dignitas Cup thing. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/@Ceice Extra. Or you can just look up Ceice Extra. Let me just add this. Hold on, wait. Yeah, so boom. So the 11th is going to be the Dignitas video, basically every 2 days. So the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, the 15th, the 17th. That's when you guys can expect Ceice Extra channels uploads every other day. Is that what that schedule is? Yeah. And then the Ceice, good night. And then the Ceice channel, my main channel. There you go. There's my channel. On my main channel, I'll be doing what's the word I'm looking for? Like less raw videos are going to be more like how to get better mechanics. I'm just because I know it's a big question that I'm getting. Like, how do I get better mechanics? How do I get a better fighting IQ? How do I practice my drop? How do I have a good drop? Like that will be what's on my main channel. So you guys can like have a core set of videos and then raw videos, and we can just, those are things that I think are right there. Huge. If you guys can learn how to get better mechanics and have a good routine, if you guys can learn how to have good drops, you can learn how to end a fight faster. Like those type of videos, fighting videos, boom. Like you can watch those 10 minutes while you're eating your dinner. And then here you can watch while you're warming up or like, while you're going to bed or whatever. Like these are nice long form videos that you can watch. So yeah. In game, no, I'm covering it all. Like, I didn't mean to say no, but you like, I'm watching it all. Reformat. I'll try my best. I like your dog. Yeah, let me end the recording here. All right, yo. So, boom. All right, and that's it. I know we went a little overboard. 130, an hour and 37 minutes for recording here. Pretty nuts. So, if you guys were involved in this and you were live in the Discord, we've got 57 people still in here now. I think we had like 80 or so live in the call. That was awesome. It was a great time. This is like, I've done it less than 5 times. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th time that I've done this. So, thank you guys for all the love and support. Again, like this is awesome. We just hit over 1,000 members now. I think we have like 12 or 1,300 people in this Discord. We're doing this every single day. I don't want to be that guy, but if you're not in here, you're seriously missing out. This is all for free, and I'm gonna continue to do this for a long time. Hopefully, the entire rest of the year we can get super active in here. But yeah, alrighty. Till next time. Later.